we we have communicate this our plan to the high direct Ministry of Higher Education and Science and Technology, and also Director of Scholarship LPDP, right, Prof. Max? Prof. Max as director lead us to discuss about that. And then I hope from this symposium we can discuss about double degree and joint degree. In Indonesia, we have two schemes, joint degree and double degree. When we initiate to double degree, we have minimal 50% same curriculum, apa, the same curriculum, and then when we held joint curriculum, it's 80% same curriculum. And I hope we have discussed about the scheme of double degree and joint degree as an output of this symposium. And the last, may this symposium be source knowledge, inspiration, and renew commitment to advancement the veterinary science for benefit of all. Thank you, Rektor Universitas Nusa Cendana, Profesor Dr. Insinyur Jeffrey S. Bale, STMN.
Thank you, Prof. Anita. We would like to stay on stage, and please, everyone, we respectfully to invite all the keynote speakers, moderator, and all the delegations from all of the universities to take a picture in front of the Videotron. Please, everyone, please stay on stage. And then we would like to take a pic, but you are facing the Videotron. Please, everyone, to look at the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now have a short coffee break and the symposium will resume at 9 o'clock in Central Indonesian time. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, just for information,
like water. Oh yeah, 'cause I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? 'Cause I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Yesterday and days before my time goes through the circle fast and slow, and I know it can't stop. I wonder, oh yeah, 'cause I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Na 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 na. And oh, 'cause I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Oh yeah, coming down on a sunny day. Na 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 na. Rain is hard, and I know it's been that way for all my time. Till forever on it goes through the circle fast and slow, and I know it can't stop. I wonder, oh yeah, 'cause I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? 'Cause I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain day. Oh yeah, coming down on a sunny day.
Cek set.
1, 2, 3. You with the sad eyes. Don't be
Selamat siang.
discouraged. Oh, I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all. The darkness inside of you can make you feel so
Baik.
small. And I see your true colors shining through. And I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. Your true colors are beautiful. Oh, like a rainbow. Show me a smile. Don't be unhappy. Can't remember when I last saw you laughing. This world makes you crazy. You've taken all that you can bear. Just call me up, 'cause I'll always be there. And I see your true colors shining through. Yeah, I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. Your true colors are beautiful. Oh, like a rainbow. Yeah, I see your true
Selamat pagi.
colors shining through. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors shining through. Yeah, I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid. Oh, don't let them show.
Selamat pagi untuk kita semua.
True colors are beautiful. Oh, like a rainbow. Oh, like a rainbow. Oh, like a rainbow.
Sebentar lagi kita akan melanjutkan acara kita. Sambil menikmati suasana.
What's the deal? 이건 시작. I feel arenas. Shout my name. 난 Korea. as a Ibiza까지 flow. Set the trends. 이미 연수위야. UEP. made on apple. fresh out the freezer. Get a taste. 내 본색을 감추고 자세는 low key. 뺏기면 백 빠짐없이 더 속지. 아무것도 보이니 착한 목덜미. 단숨에 we bite it like BMI got me on tonight. We outside 그저 지켜봐. 눈을 떠 어둠 속에서 들려. Oh yeah. 띠로리. When I'm walking like a threat, like a threat. 띠로리. 희리송이 쌓여해. I be on the new shit, new shit, new shit. 나머진 다 무시해. You know I'm the blueprint. I be on the new shit, on some new tech. Check the label, it's black. I pull up 네 앞에. 눈 감지 마 too fast, okay? I'ma take yours instead, okay? 태생부터 one of a kind. Was taking my time, now I'm game, okay? Okay?
And the first keynote presentation will be delivered by the representative of AJIVE member institution, Yamaguchi University from Japan, Professor Naoki Misawa, DVM, PhD. The session will be moderated by Dr. Elizabeth Tangkonda, Magister of Science. She is the head of Veterinary Medicine Program and Associate Professor in the Veterinary Medicine Microbiology Lab in Faculty of Medicine and Veterinary Medicine. Her expertise include veterinary microbiology, foodborne pathogens, infectious and zoonotic diseases, and currently she leads a 3-year CADI collaboration on rabies and Lissa virus surveillance on Timor Island. Dr. Ellis, please welcome Dr. Ellis, and Dr. Ellis, the floor is yours.
Good morning, distinguished speakers, colleagues, and all participants. It is my pleasure to serve you as moderator for this session. Let me have a seat. So today's session addresses a highly relevant and urgent topic in our region: how outbreak experiences can be transformed into stronger regional biosecurity system through veterinary capacity building and international collaboration. It is my honor to introduce our speaker, Professor Naoki Misawa. He is a specially appointed and emeritus professor at the Center for Animal Disease Control, University of Miyazaki, Japan. Professor Misawa has extensive experience in transboundary animal diseases, outbreak response, and international collaborative program across Asia. Drawing from Japan experiences with major outbreaks such as foot-mouth and disease, and also highly pathogenic avian influenza, Professor Misawa will share how this challenge have shaped the development of collaborative platform for disease control and One Health implementation in the region. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Professor Misawa. Sensei, time is yours. Time is yours, please.
Ellis-san, thank you for your kind introduction. Good morning, distinguished good morning, distinguished colleagues and friends. It's a great honor for me to present here today's symposium. Today, I would like to share our experience in building veterinary capacity and regional biosecurity through international collaboration in Asia. In particular, I will discuss how our experience during the 2010 foot and mouth disease outbreak occurred in Japan transformed our perspective on infectious disease control, human resource development, and international cooperation. Next slide, please. So first, let me briefly introduce our university. Miyazaki, so first of all, Japan is made up of 4 major islands: Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu Island. And our region is located on Kyushu Island in southern part. So our region is well known for its rich natural environment and strong agricultural industry. So next slide, please. So Miyazaki Prefecture is one of the leading livestock production area in Japan. So Miyazaki beef is internationally recognized and exported to many countries, including the United States, European Union, or Asian countries. Pig and poultry production are also important industries in our region. Therefore, animal infectious disease pose a major threat not only to animal health but also to the regional economy and food security. So next slide, please. Yeah, and in 2010, a devastating outbreak of FMD occurred in Miyazaki Prefecture. More than almost around 290,000 cattle and pigs are killed, and economic damage occurred. So, according to the Act on Domestic Animal Infectious Disease Control in Japan, once we diagnose the cattle and pig as a FMD, we have to stamping out. So, so many livestock are killed in that time. And more than 150,000 people participated in disease control effort.
Thank you. And this outbreak completely changed our understanding of biosecurity. We realized that conventional border defense alone was not sufficient in today's interconnected world. So, next slide, please. The outbreak revealed several structural challenges. First, border-based biosecurity has clear limitations under globalization and increasing regional disease pressure. Second, strong operational preparedness was needed, including surveillance, rapid response, and field-level coordination. So in that time, in Japan, not so many specialists for the epidemiologists using so risk assessment. So we realized that based on the risk assessment, so we control the infectious disease is very important. The third, we recognize major gap in human resource and international professional networks. From these experiences, so our strategies shifted from passive border defense to proactive regional biosecurity. This became the foundation for our future activities. The strategic approach our university aimed to implement following its experience with FMD, that is, comprehensive disease control, cooperation, international cooperation, and human resource development. So next slide, please. Even today, trans-animal infectious disease remain a persistent threat in Asia. FMD, African swine fever, classical swine fever, and lumpy skin disease continue to spread across borders.
These diseases cause severe economic damage and threaten food systems throughout the region. This situation demonstrates that infectious disease control is now a shared regional challenge. So, as you may not know, recently classical swine fever and lump skin disease already introduced into Japan. So, and last month, a huge outbreak of classical swine fever occurred in Miyazaki, and around 4,000 pigs are killed. So, next slide, please. Yes, okay. Another important lesson was a structural limitation of national disease control. The movement of people, animals, and animal products continue to increase across Asia. As a result, outbreaks in neighboring countries can directly affect our own food security and livestock industries. Therefore, regional cooperation and upstream prevention are essential. There are structural issues that cannot be solved only through domestic countermeasures. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay. Based on these lessons, the Center for Animal Disease Control, we call CADIC, was established in 2011 in our university. CADIC is consisted of 4 divisions, as shown in slide. Division of Disease Control, Infectious Disease Research and Inspection, and International Cooperation and Education, and Livestock Science and Support. CADIC, the education and research center in Japan, dedicated specifically to livestock infectious diseases. And as shown in the slide, our mission is to function both as a regional operational biosecurity hub and as an international biosecurity hub. Our activities include education, research, operational support, and international cooperation. We also coordinate national veterinary biosecurity networks and promote One Health collaboration. So we show the key function of our university in as a regional biosecurity hub. So we are coordinating hub for Japan Veterinary Universities network with 8 universities or institutions or laboratory. And also we developed inter-university platform of food safety and One Health platform using 6 universities in Japan. And also we implemented international collaboration and human resource development in Asia. Next slide, please. Sorry, this is an animation, so please, before, no, so maybe I can, so, okay, could you delete that blue box? So, yeah, please go back to the slide. Yes, so please delete the blue box. Okay. Yeah, yes, that's good. Thank you. Yeah, today, University of Miyazaki has developed extensive partnership throughout Asia and Oceania, as shown in the slide left hand. And Indonesia is one of our most important strategic partners. As shown in the slide right side, through collaboration with universities, government agency, and research institutes, we promote education, research, biosecurity, and human resource development. So, and look at the center slide. Indonesia is particularly important because of the largest population in Asia. And Indonesia is a hub of livestock and aquaculture, and strategic importance of disease control and quarantine due to the Indonesian status as a island nation. And there is a strategic importance from a One Health perspective. So next slide, please. So to strengthen regional biosecurity, we have developed a multi-layered international cooperation framework. This framework integrates programs supported by JICA, JST, JSPS, and Ministry of Education, we call mixed, and Japan Veterinary Medical Association, we call JVMA. Our approach links training, human resource development, collaborative research, and field implementation. The goal is not simply academic exchange, but the creation of sustainable regional biosecurity systems. So next slide, please. One important example is Dr. Elizabeth Tangonda from Nusa Cendana University. She first joined our Sakura Science Exchange program as a young researcher from Indonesia. She later entered the PhD course at our university and completed graduate studies through the Japanese government scholarship program under my supervision. Today, she serves as a head of the Department of Veterinary Science at Nusa Cendana University. Our collaboration has continued to expand through institutional partnerships, including the establishment of an academic MOU, student exchange program, and joint activities under the JPEACS project supported by Mixed. So we are currently collaborating on rabies surveillance and control in West Timor. This case clearly demonstrates how long-term educational collaboration can evolve into sustainable institutional partnership and regional infectious disease control capacity. In other words, human resource development itself becomes an operational infrastructure for regional disease control. So next slide, please. And CADIC has activities support the JVMA program since 2017. It can be said that the most notable achievement of the JVMA is its contribution to building a strong alumni network. These graduates are now active leaders in their respective countries, forming a human infrastructure that facilitate real-time information exchange and mutual support.
This synergy between the JVMA program and the FABA network represents social biosecurity in action. So next slide, please. We also expanded collaboration through the JSPS Core Core program, which strengthened the partnership among universities and research institutes in South Asia. In this case, in this program, we collaborate with Indonesia, IPB, and Thailand. These activities created the foundation for sustainable regional cooperation beyond individual project. So next slide, please. And our one of our major international project was a SATOREPS program conducted in collaboration with Thailand. The project focused on stable livestock production, food safety, and the development of novel technologies for infectious disease control. An important aspect of this project was integration of research, field implementation, and capacity building. Next slide, please. For example, we developed a portable real-time PCR diagnostic system that allows rapid on-site detection of disease such as FMD and African swine fever within 25 minutes. So this technology enables local veterinarians to diagnose suspected cases within a short time and rapidly initiate disease control measures. The key concept is early detection and early containment. Through training and technology transfer, local capacity can be strengthened, transmission can be reduced, and regional risk can be minimized. So next slide, please. These outcomes are now being implemented across neighboring countries. For example, in Philippines, Indonesia, Taiwan, etc. These outcomes are now being implemented across neighboring countries through technology transfer and workshops for stakeholders. We ensure that scientific advancement reach people who need them. This represents the cross-border knowledge and technology transfer. Our goal is not only to develop technologies, but also to ensure that these technologies can be function effectively in the field. So next slide, please. Our activities have gradually expanded from research and education to policy support and regional implementation. For example, our research findings contributed to policy recommendation for the Department of Livestock Development in Thailand. In addition, our activities were internationally recognized through the FABA Asian Animal Health Award. This experience demonstrated the importance of translating science into practical disease control strategies. Finally, I would like to emphasize one central message of this presentation. In today's interconnected world, veterinary capacity development is no longer solely an educational mission. in present strategic infrastructures for regional biosecurity and societal resilience. The term societal resilience, as used here, refers to society's ability to bear the threat of infectious diseases while continuing the maintain essential functions such as social infrastructure and food production. By strengthening veterinary capacity, surveillance system, professional networks, and international cooperation, we can build a shared regional defense system against transboundary animal infectious diseases and others. Regional biosecurity can only be achieved through shared capacity and long-term collaborations. So next slide, please. Thank you very much for your attention. Terima kasih.
Thank you very much, Sensei, for your insightful presentation. Can you please join me in the stage? Once again, I would like to ask participants to join me to give applause for Misawa Sensei for his presentation. Please have a seat, Sensei. Again, thank you very much, Sensei, for your presentation, and you have highlighted the critical importance of integrating outbreak experience, capacity building, and international collaboration to strengthen regional biosecurity. Now we will move to the question and answer session. If you have any question, please raise your hands. And for the participant in the Zoom meeting, you can leave your question in chat box, and the committee will deliver your question to me. Please, if you have any question. Okay, maybe before waiting for the participant, I have one question, Sensei. Based on your experience, what are the most critical gaps in veterinary capacity in Southeast Asia that need immediate attention, in your opinion, please?
Yeah, so we experienced that huge outbreak of FMD in Miyazaki, and in that time, so there are no, not to know, there's many veterinarians can handle the big cattle. Yeah, we have to so stamping out. So it's very difficult, and some people get injured. So there is no skilled veterinarian for the livestock animals. So, and FMD is in that time occurred in Taiwan and Korea, but there is no attention because we take so border defense. So we realize it's not insufficient, and we have to change from the passive to the proactive defense. So, and also we visit the Asian countries such as transboundary diseases such as FMD, ASF occurred, and collaborate each other. And the result should be implemented in the field. This is a very important. Yeah.
Okay, Sensei. So, Sensei opinion is the most important is to train, to upgrade the capacity building for the veterinarian, and also how to have a collaboration to get in the especially in the board country, so we can together we work for the infectious disease.
Yes. So first, education and training is very important. But next step is so collaboration of the research, maybe equal standing point.
Okay.
And then implement this technology, implement into the field. This is a very important, and also recommend the political recommendation to the government.
Yeah.
It's a best way.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sensei, for your answer. Any other question from participants? If you have more question or okay, Dr. Mega, please.
Good morning, Professor Nawaki. My name is Mega Nugroho, and I would like to ask a question about your topics. You mentioned that in the PowerPoint that border quarantine is not enough to prevent the transmissible disease. So I know that to prevent the diseases to be transmitted, it needs all the sectors to come together so we can prevent the disease. But I want to ask, like, what is the most important sector in, like, is it veterinarian or human health or anything that, what is the most important sector to prevent for the FMD or African swine fever disease to be transmitted? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. So, in our case in Japan, so we cannot handle the FMD virus or ASF virus because it's very dangerous, and just only handle the Ministry of Agriculture, MAF, government. So, and all suspected samples should be sent to the MAF, and it takes several days to know the result. So it's not good to prevent such FMD. So on-site diagnosis is very important in a short time. So we can take a countermeasure to prevent infectious diseases. So we have to establish such a system. I think it's very important.
Okay, thank you, Professor Naoki, for the answer.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mega. We have running time, but I still have one question. If you have any, please raise your hand, or maybe from the Zoom. Oh, Dr. Putri, please.
All right. Hello, Sensei. My name is Putri, and then based on your experience, I saw that a lot of international students coming to your university, which is really awesome, including Dr. Alice. And I just want to ask you how you can manage all the international students and train them really, really well. I mean, like, it's not, I'm not surprised because all the facility in Japan is really equipped, but for us, it's a little bit challenging. So what is your advice for us, which is Undana start to try to build the international collaboration step by step? But like, I just want to hear from you your advice for us. Thank you, Sensei.
Okay, thank you very much. Little bit difficult to answer, but yeah, because I am a researcher, so but to collaborate each other or accept education for training, so we need a budget, and so to get budget, we always applied some project, and so I said multi-layered project. So so every time we are thinking about how to get budget. So and we can continue for a long time collaboration. So this is I think this is a very important thing.
Okay, is that answer your question, Dr. Putri? Okay, thank you very much. If no more question, meeting, there is any question? Committee? No? Oh, Professor Max wants to ask a question, the last question from the participant.
Thank you, Dr. Alice. Sensei, looking at your last slide of your presentation, I I'm curious to know when you are talking about biosecurity and One Health. I'm just curious to know how One Health concept is being implemented in Japan. Let me focus on the university levels. Yeah. How educational institutions perceives about concept of One Health and how they implement in Japan. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, so our university is like a university, medical school and vet school are integrated and created a PhD course. So it's easy to collaborate medical school and vet school. And also just covered environment, veterinarian covered environment issue. So now in Miyazaki, it's very so good condition to collaborate for the One Health research work. So, but as a so region, I'm not sure. So it's going well or not, but maybe it's difficult to collaborate medical doctor and veterinarian. So from now, we need to discuss how to collaborate each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Sensei. Thank you, Prof. And yeah, we still have 5 minutes left. I will give one more time for the participant. If not, okay. If there are not any further question, we will conclude the session. Thank you again, Professor Misawa, for sharing your valuable insight, and thank you all participants for your engagement. I and Misawa Sensei will leave this stage. I will back to Master of Ceremony.
Thank you to our keynote speaker for the insightful presentation, and thank you to Dr. Ellis for moderating this session. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now continue with our second keynote presentation from the representative of AJIVE member institutions from Indonesia, Professor Iwayan Suwardana, Master of Science, and then the session will be moderated by Dr. Putri Pandarangga, DVM, MS PhD, is head of the Master Science Veterinary Study Program and Associate Professor in the Veterinary Pathology and Veterinary Medicine, and she completed her master's degree at University of Georgia, USA, and the doctoral degree at the University of Adelaide, Australia. Dr. Putri, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you so much, Tamara. I'm sorry, I scared you. All right, hello everyone, and including delegates in Zoom meeting. And then my name is Putri Pandarangga, and today I will guide this presentation. All right, let me see it first. I'm a little bit nervous actually. All right, so, but before that, please allow me to share fun facts about antibiotic resistance. So according to the World Health Organization, antimicrobial resistance is already directly responsible for about 1.2 million deaths in 2025. 19 and 40% of antibiotic resistance in humans is caused by antibiotic use in animals. And for your information, it takes 10 to 15 years to develop a new antibiotic and only 2 to 3 years for the bugs to become resistant to antibiotics after it's released to the market. If the antimicrobial resistance continues, scientists predict that 2050 it will cause 10 million deaths annually. Shocking, right? Yeah. So, however, I believe that not all heroes wear caps apply to scientists dedicated to preventing the antibiotic resistance, including one of our awesome keynote speaker. He is the Vice Dean of the Academic Affairs at the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Undana University. And he has a bachelor degree from Undana University in 1994, a master degree from Bogor Agriculture University in 2001, and doctor degree from Gajah Mada University in 2012. Also, he did his postdoc in Justus Liebig University in 2015. Until now, he has published 32 papers in Scopus Index journals, and his H index is 9. So, all right, without further ado, please welcome Professor Dr. Hewan Iwayan Suardana, MSc, to present the development of the Sajaka antibiotic-wise village model for the prevention and control of antimicrobial resistance through a One Health approach. Professor, floor is yours. Professor, you have 30 minutes to give your presentation. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for the MC, for the time. And according to the schedule, in this opportunity, I will to present my material for the symposium this time, which title Development of the Sajaka in Indonesia is Desa Bijak Antibiotika, antibiotic-wise village model for the prevention and control of antimicrobial resistance through a One Health approach. This is our theme. Some of the theme come from Faculty of Medicine, and just one. I am from the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine. Okay, next slide. First of all, we start with the introduction. We start with the global and national issue. According to the, I think everyone is know about the antimicrobial resistance, AMR, as a global health. That's predicted about the deaths by the AMR as about 700,000 per year, or predicted in 2050. 10 million will be deaths by the antimicrobial resistance. And according to the WHO, World Health Organization, and Indonesian data, the incidence of the antimicrobial resistance is growing or increasing from year to year. And about the awareness, specifically in Indonesia, is I think is still low. Yeah. And if we collect the causative factor, our team is categorized. The first is as a causative factor is unwise use of antibiotic. That means the use of antibiotic is improperly, and the regulation in the community are unclear or unoptimal, and still focus on hospital as a downstream of the use of the antibiotic. And our team is find a study gap. The first is integration in the cross sector, specifically for the environment, is still limited. And the second, clinical governance is not optimal yet. And One Health studies in Indonesia about the antimicrobial resistance is are limited. So that in this opportunity we make propose to solve the problem is development of the Sajaka, antibiotic-wise village model for the prevention and control of antimicrobial resistance through a One Health approach. Yeah. Okay, next. This is the Sajaka goal. The Sajaka goal is developing and testing the effectiveness of the Sajaka model through community engagement and optimize the role of the stakeholder in efforts to prevent and control antimicrobial resistance based on the One Health approach. This is the area of the Sajaka in the upstream, like in the future. Sajaka, antibiotic wise village, is the One Health based on education model integrated human, animal, and environment health sector to encourage the wise use of antibiotic at the grassroots level through evidence-based intervention, stakeholder collaboration, and measurable community engagement to achieve a sustainable behavior change. Okay, next. Okay, next. This is the baseline of the assessment, the preliminary study. We get the result like this by the Saputra in the antibiotic knowledge and awareness, a pilot project on building an antibiotic waste village in Bali. The result is like that, and if we can question, there are gaps in knowledge, attitude, and behavior related to antibiotic use, and the need for educational and cross-sectoral community intervention. Yes. And after we analysis by bibliometric, we found the key gap. The first is the sectoral imbalance. Community engagement intervention remain concern in the human domains. The second, lack of integration. One Health is not fully implemented across all sectors. And the third, need for reassessment. Preliminary study requires systematic review to ensure cross-sectional community engagement approach are developed and evaluated. Research gap summary. While community engagement (GA) intervention for IMR are expanding, most focus solely on human health with limited attention to animal health and a clear absence in environmental health. This reveals a critical gap in applying the One Health approach. Okay, in the implementation, this is the step of the Sajaka implementation. The first we format the team formation and planning. The team come from multidiscipline, and then the second we concern about the content development, about the three main section: Sajaka overview, educational material, and implementation guides. And the third, review program and feedback, and the compilation and design of the Sajaka. Okay, next. This is the scoring system for antibiotic wise village model that I use in the study. For example, for the healthcare worker, if 1% of health worker experience an increase in knowledge about antibiotic use, if 1%, we get a score 1. About the medical record inspection, if 92% of the non-specific diarrhea case were not given antibiotic, we get a score, give a score 0.5 or a half. And if 80% of urogenital infection case were not given antibiotic, we get a score 0.5. And that's all like this. Yes. And the conclusion, if the total score of antibiotic 6 until 8, we categorize the village as a antibiotic wise village. And if the score is 3 until 5.5, we categorize the village as antibiotic aware village. Yeah. Okay. Next. And this is the Sajaka activities for the human. We conduct the wise antibiotic education for the health worker like a doctor, nurse, midwife, and pharmacist. We conduct the wise antibiotic education for the homemaker or housewife, wise antibiotic education for the small children. For the group of environmental, we identification of the E. coli that resistant to cephalosporin the third generation. And for the animal, we concern about the wise antibiotic education for the livestock farmer. Yeah. Okay, continue. And this is the audiovisual aids and material that we use for the wise educational for the health worker and farmer. Just like that. Yeah. We also collaborate with the comedies for the interested for the audience. Yes, like that. Okay. And this is the audio and visual for the or aids and material for the wise educational for the school children. Yes, yes, like that. Yeah. Okay. And this is the location of the study. We take a study at the Kediri district that contain Blalang, Buit, Nyidah, and Pejaten village. That location is the Taban Regency, Bali province. Yeah. Okay, continue. This is the situation about the antibiotic wise education on housemaker. Yes. Okay, continue. This one antibiotic wise education on school children. Yeah, okay. And antibiotic wise education on poultry farmer groups. Yes. And antibiotic wise education on healthcare worker. Yes. This is the study participant, as I think is so many participants that conducted in Belalang, Buit, Nyidah, Pejaten, and totally like that. Okay. This is the knowledge score for each interpretation group. I think as each group before and after the interpretation, the score is higher. Yes. If we compare before and after interpretation of the Sajaka. And this is the behavior characteristic to antibiotic across group, across of each group. For example, for the household mother keep antibiotic at home. Yes, just only totally sick mother, and no 171. Yes. Documentation like that. After we treat with the Sajaka, documentation is like this, like in the result in the slide. Yes. Okay. After we calculate the X of the score, we meet just one. From the four village in the Kediri that's categorized as wise antibiotic wise village. This is Buit village. Yes, because the score is 7, and according to the previous category, if they meet score 6 until 8 is categorized as the antibiotic wise village, but the Belalang, Nyidah, and Pejaten categorized as the antibiotic aware village. Yeah, just like. For the environment, yes, please continue. This is the location of the how where I take the sample in the Raipa around of the Kediri district. Yes. Oh, continue like that. And after I identification of the bacterial and antibiotic resistant from the sample that I collect, we not find the bacteria as resistant. Yes. Okay, continue. And after we can calculate the human settlement was significant associated with the higher fecal coliform with the P like that. Okay, continue. And with if we continue with the PCR detection about the phenotype of the E. coli, all of the sample is negative. Yeah. Okay. We now with the conclusion, the Sajaka model that map the complexity of antimicrobial resistance at the community level, resulting in a sociocultural interpretation that is educational, adaptive, and replicable. The Sajaka model demonstrated significant improvement in antibiotic literacy and prudent antibiotic use within the community. I think that is the stakeholder that Pentahelix, we collaborate with the academic, business, community, government, and also with media. I think that's all my presentation today. And thank you very much for the attention.
All right, thank you so much, Professor Wayan. Please join me in this podium. All right. Please have a seat, and then we can have discussion. So now we have because Professor Wayan gave his speech just 10 minutes, I guess. We have a lot of time to have discussion this time. And then, Prof. Wayan, are you ready to accept the question? All right, I want to open for 2 terms for you. You guys want to, is there something? Oh, yeah, Dr. Echi want to ask something. Go ahead, Dr. Echi.
Thank you so much, Prof. Wayan, for your very nice and interesting presentation about the Sajaka model. It is a very smart model, I think, to tackle the antimicrobial resistance. I have several questions to ask about the Sajaka model. First question is, what the main challenge that you face during the application of Sajaka model? And the second question is, what do you think about the possibility to apply Sajaka model nationally? Is there any possibility for that, or what challenge that might be faced if it's applied in another geographical challenge? Thank you, Prof.
All right, thank you, Dr. Echi. That's a really good question. I think we can answer that directly, Prof. Is that okay for you?
Okay, thank you very much for the question, and I try to answer the question about the challenge about the Sajaka model that I find while I conduct the Sajaka model in Bali. I think the best challenge or the high challenge is about how to get time to make a schedule for the society, because in Bali, I think the culture is very, very high. Yes, some of the time for the Balinese is very difficult, I think, to make a schedule for the society. I think it's like that that I found while I collaborate to implementation of the Sajaka in the society. And the second, I think, about the Sajaka model, I think that can be applicates in other region, I think is very applicable. Yes, depend on the society. I think the Sajaka model can be can be conducted in another place. I think it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think like this. Yeah.
Yeah, it is possible to apply
It is
this in
possible,
here.
applicable.
Yeah,
Yes.
cool. Dr. Aichi, you still have a problem? Sorry, problem. I'm sorry. Question, I mean. All right, the next one, Dr. Joyce.
Thank you. I think this is an insightful presentation from the speakers. My name is Joyce. I would like to ask several questions. The first one, how does the antibiotic-wise village approach differ from conventional stewardship program? And the second one, how can, I think this is the model from you for the other village to prevent the antimicrobial resistance. So how does the community ownership can empowerment be strengthened to ensure the long-term sustainability of antibiotic-wise village program? So how can disease can be, you can ensure that disease can be for the long-term sustainability. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I have the same difficult first. I think the first question I missed that, Dr. Joyce. I'm sorry, but the second one, I just get that how can the community you can increase the community ownership about this Sajaka thing.
Yeah, for the long-term sustainability of antibiotic-wise program.
Would you mind to more concise for the first question, Dr. Joyce?
For the first one, how does the this program, how the antibiotic-wise village approach differs from the conventional program?
Oh, you mean that different from the conventional
Yes.
one from the
Yeah.
Sajaka things?
Okay, I try to answer the first question about how the conventional program can differ to the Sajaka. I think as antibiotic wise village. Yes, I think it's very challenges, and by the approach, by the communication with the society, specific for the housewife and the school children, with method, with the kind of method. In this opportunity, we also collaborate with the comedians like that. The knowledge of the housewife or school children can be moved from the conventional to Sajaka wise village, but step by step, not as quickly, but step by step, just like that. Yeah.
All right. Okay, the last one. Dr. Joyce, is that clear enough? Or maybe after this you have more discussion with Prof. Wayan. Thank you, Dr. Joyce. All right, silakan Bu. Please, Mike.
University. My first question about the resistant microbial resistant about the antibiotic. In Indonesia, the implementation of the stewardship has been discussed in a long time. But your model is one implementation about this program. Yeah. But it cannot done alone. It must be sustainability in collaboration in many sectors. How can this be implementation sustainability for a long time in all of the Indonesia, because the AMR is raising again 4 times. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. I think for the sustainability for this project in the future, I think is what I do in Kediri Tabanan, just like that, is just a still pilot project, just a pilot project. And I think in the future we can to move to other area specific in Bali. Yes, I think with one or two or three pilot project, the condition will be smoothly changed. I think it's like that. Yes. Thank you very much.
I hope that answered the question, Bu. Yeah. All right. I think this topic is really fascinating. Looks like a lot of. Okay, I give one more person who give the question. I'm sorry for that. Maybe the other one later after the discussion. Please make it concise. Ya, Nona, silakan.
Okay, thank you. My name is Lija, and I want to ask, so based on your experience, what role should national government agency already done and play in supporting nationwide this implementation? Maybe there are specific activities that they already done to supporting the Sajaka village. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, Pak Wayan. The specific things that you need to, yeah.
In this program, the specific government that collaborates with our program is from in the level of the Regency, Department of Health. I think is also in the Department of Agriculture. Yes, I think the support from the two department, the program can be running. I think it's like that.
All right, I think that's all because the committee is already remind me it's already finished. All right, thank you so much, Dr. Wayan, for your great job with the team, and then also please be stand and then please give a big applause to Professor Wayan for his time and presentation. Thank you very much for joining us.
Once again, thank you very much, Prof. Wayan and Dr. Putri, to the speaker and moderator for the excellent presentation and discussion.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now proceed to the third keynote presentation from the Faculty of Medicine and Veterinary Medicine, Universitas Nusa, Cendana, which will be led by Professor Maksanam, Magister of Science, and the session will be moderated by Dr. Hewan Leri Toha, Magister of Science. He is the Associate Professor in Epidemiology, focus on epidemiology infectious disease, and he has the master degree in Universitas Gajah Mada, Yogyakarta.
Thank you, MC. Mega and Tamara. Mega and Tamara is our student. Good morning. Hello, everyone. My name is Larry, and I'm going for this session. I'd like to extend sincere greetings to of Medicine and Veterinary, Dr. Christina, FKHI, Professor Teguh Budi Petoyo, Dean of Joint Faculty Veterinary Medicine, Yamaguchi University, Prof. Chikono, all member of AJIVE, distinguished guests, and participants. Before we start this, I would like to invite our amazing speaker, Prof. Max, to join me on the stage. Please have a seat, Prof. Right, okay. Before we start the session, I would like to briefly introduce you all to who is Prof. Max. So, yeah. So, okay, Professor, Dr. Max Urias Sanam, Master of Science, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, was born in Kupang, 8th of March 1965. He was graduated from Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, University of Nusa Cendana for the Bachelor and Doctor of Veterinary Medicine in 1989, Gajah Mada University, and then proceed for his master's study in James Cook University of North Queensland, Australia, graduate in 1997, and then finished his doctoral study in Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, University of Gajah Mada, graduated in 2014. In Faculty of Veterinary Medicine and Veterinary Medicine, Prof. Max taught about bacteriology and microbiology either in bachelor, profession, and master study in veterinary medicine, topic of bacterial and mycotic disease, virology, viral disease, aquatic and aquatic animal diseases. Prof. Max has many experience in research, and his most current research is prevalence and antibiogram profile of Pseudomonas aeruginosa isolated from dogs and cats in Kupang City. He also done many community service, published many publications in international and national journals, joined many seminar and conference in the national and international levels, write several books, and Prof. Max is a former head of International Office Relationship in Universitas Nusa Cendana, former Dean of Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, before Faculty of Medicine and Veterinary Medicine joined as one faculty, Faculty of Medicine and Veterinary Medicine in 2001, former Vice Rector of Academic Affairs of Universitas Nusa Cendana, and among his many distinguished achievements, Prof. Max previously held the position of Rector of Nusa Cendana University. Okay, so in this session, Prof. Max will guide us through a topic of One Health perspective on Pseudomonas aeruginosa, occurrence, antimicrobial resistance, and zoonotic potential in companion animal, wildlife, and aquatic environmental. Yes, without further ado, Prof. Max, the time is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Larry. It's a great honor for me to stand in front of the respected guests and participants, especially our friends from Japan, the deans and the professors, and also the deans from Faculty of Veterinary Medicine throughout Indonesia. Yeah. Let us, the Nusa Cendana side, please give big applause for the participants. Yeah. Again, thank you very much for the chance. What I'm going to present is some works that we have been doing with my colleagues and students on the issue of potentials pathogen Pseudomonas aeruginosa. Actually, some of these works has been supported with the very energetic works from my colleague, Dr. Ellis. Okay, Ellis. Elizabeth Tangkodaya is there, and also students Lily Isna and the one that worked with Macaca fascicularis. So what I'm going to present are the works that come up with that research. Actually, my background is I did research on anthrax, Bacillus anthracis. My PhD research on this bacteria, but I changed to Pseudomonas. Why I did that? Because the merge of the faculty of veterinary medicine and faculty of medicine really motivate and inspired me. That how the One Health concept we should start to implement in at Nusa Cendana University. At that time when we merged these two faculties, people say that how rectors you combine humans and animals in one office. But I really gave the explanation at the time that, okay, we are going to be the first institution, faculty in Indonesia, where we have faculty of medicine and veterinary medicine at the same faculties. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for the and Ibu Dr. Christine Olilada has become a very good mother for these two children. Yeah, the children. That's why I asked Professor Misawa before how your experience to implement the concept of One Health at Kampus in Japan. Okay, let's move to the topics. Why Pseudomonas aeruginosa matters? I'm not going to teach all of us because we already know about that, but I just want to make us become more aware about this bacteria. Pseudomonas aeruginosa actually is not naturally, it's not a pathogenic bacteria, but it will become pathogenic bacteria for a number of predisposing factors. Or in short, we say that Pseudomonas aeruginosa is opportunistic pathogens. We can find this bacteria everywhere. So widespread distributions, even in soils, in water, or in normal skins. Infection in animals, like in cats, in dogs, is related to infection, what we call it as otitis externa or otitis media, or also skin infections or urinary tract infections. But important in human is that it related to what the disease called is cystic fibrotic, which is 80% of patients that experience cystic fibrotics has experience with infection as Pseudomonas aeruginosa. And also Pseudomonas aeruginosa dominant in the case of HIV or AIDS patients, and also in patients with experience of immunity distress. And talking about antimicrobial resistance, Pseudomonas is a good models to talk about, because Pseudomonas aeruginosa has become a bacteria that experience lots of resistance to many antibiotics, or it's said that multi-drug resistance. Why these things happens to Pseudomonas aeruginosa? Because of it has a numbers of key virulence factors. It has enzymes that can help the bacteria to make infection or to escape the immune response mechanism from the host. It also has toxins, quorum sensing, and biofilm that make it become more virulent or more easy to infect peoples or animals. Next slide, please. Yeah, I think I already explained this before, what the disease that caused by Pseudomonas aeruginosa, whether in humans or especially in animals. So let's move to the next slide so we can make use of time efficiently. So when we work with research on dogs, companion animals, which is dogs and cats, and also fish, we would able to isolate the Pseudomonas aeruginosa. And also in wildlife, especially Macaca fascicularis in Kupang. And also we're able to make the profiles of antibiotic sensitivity. The questions is why we do the research on the water. Yeah. Is that because we would like to have the figures of the presence of Pseudomonas aeruginosa with the antibiotic resistance profiles from the environment. And the reason why we also want to know about the presence of Pseudomonas aeruginosa and the profiles of antibiotic resistance in wildlife, especially Macaca fascicularis, is that we would like to know, because Macaca fascicularis lives in the wildlife, in the special environments. if suddenly they are being infected by Pseudomonas and the bacteria has encountered some resistance to the antibiotic, then this will tell us that their environments maybe has been contaminated, and how can they get the infection? Through their contact to the polluted environments or contact with the humans. In Kupang, maybe if we had time to do the city tour, then we can see that people will come, they want to see the monkey, and they will bring some food, etc. And now in that area, many houses has been built in that area. So humans are now make themselves to be more closer to the monkey area. Before that, the monkey is very isolated. But now, human, we don't want to live separate from monkey. We want to make connection with them. Okay, next. Yeah, so I think we already know that how bacteria, not only Pseudomonas aeruginosa, but most bacteria had capacity to develop antibiotic resistance because of the contact that they have with the environments. Yeah. In agricultural practices, yeah, in the environment as well, sometimes the throwaway of the residue of antibiotics. Yeah. This is our practice that has to be changed. Otherwise, we do the practical, the bad things that promote the bacteria to develop the antibiotic resistance. We just throw away all the residue of antibiotics to the environments. Yeah. That is the simple things that we do in our daily lives or daily practice. And this kind of practice make the fact that environments are accumulated with all the antibiotics, and the bacteria will get the chance to develop the resistance, and then later on the bacteria will transfer the antibiotic resistant capability to another bacteria through the mechanism that we know as horizontal gain transfer. So why we have to handle this or to reduce the chance for the antimicrobial resistance is that we are not supposed to only work in the animal side. In the clinics or in the hospitals, animal hospitals, we have to do works, any surveillance in the environment as well, so that we can use it as indicators. It will tell us how big the problems of antibiotic resistance could be occurred in our environment today or the coming days. Next. Yeah, it is very theoretical. I think we know that how this is just, this slide just want to teach us. I don't know, I'm not going to teach you, yeah, but just to remind us how bacteria like Pseudomonas aeruginosa use the intrinsic mechanism to develop the antibiotic resistance, or how Pseudomonas to evade the immunity mechanisms so it can survive in the host or become more pathogenic. Yeah. So we found these bacteria, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, everywhere. In the clinics, in the hospitals, yeah, in the soil, in the water. Yeah. And we as a doctors can also be the part to distribute or to disperse this bacteria which is already become resistant to some specific antibiotics. Research prove that they have been able to isolate and identify any particular strain of Pseudomonas that homologue between the owners of the dogs and the Pseudomonas bacteria in the dogs. So, and also in cats as well. So, this is give us the pictures that how Pseudomonas aeruginosa infections will become increase and increase in the futures if we do not give any attention how to prevent these infections, not only in animals, in humans, but also in the environment. Next. This is also to tell us about the definition or the levels of antibiotic resistance, the classification of antibiotic resistance. And Pseudomonas aeruginosa has achieved not only multi-drug resistant, which is defined as resistance to one or more than one antibiotics in more than 3 different antibiotic class. But it's already achieved the XDR classifications. Okay, next I will just want to show you about the the result. So this is our works in dogs. We were able to confirm 10 isolates by PCR, and when we sent to do the antibiotics profiles, the figures come up that it is true that still many of antibiotics still sensitive to that the Pseudomonas still sensitive to antibiotic, but very interestingly that this Pseudomonas strain is really resistant to chloramphenicol. And the other interesting figures is with the doripenem. Doripenem, it is taught as a last line of antibiotics. Last line of antibiotics that regarded as much potential to kill the antibiotics. But now 20% and 80%. So intermediate will maybe one time move to become resistance. This is very threatening figures for us about the resistance antibiotic profiles of Pseudomonas in Kupang City. Next, I only have 10 minutes left, maybe 8. And this is the data from cats. And also, it's also almost the same. Chloramphenicol is on almost 90% resistance. And the figures like doripenem already found here that 20%, almost 20% resistance to this last line of antibiotics. Next. And this is from macaca. Macaca ni kera kode. Fascicularis from Kupang people. These samples we took from Gua Monyet, Gua Monyet, very close to the harbor, to Tanau. And yeah, it's very interesting that several isolates already resistant to meropenem as well, and then ciprofloxacin. 100% still sensitive to amikacin. We still have result from fish, but the students, maybe he slept very well. He didn't able to send the figures. Later on, I will send the profiles in the final report. Next. So, considering this figures about the antibiotic profiles and also the result not from our side but from overseas, even the result from Japan, about how Pseudomonas from animals, from dogs, can be found in the owners with the homolog genome profiles, which tell us that Pseudomonas aeruginosa in the future is it's very potential to become new zoonotic agents. Next. I just make a short and fast conclusions about all the data that I have presented. That Pseudomonas aeruginosa found across companion animals, wildlife, and aquatic environments. 3 critical One Health domains. The last conclusions is that human, animal, and environmental health are interconnected. Controlling AMR is our shared responsibility, not only in the aspect of educational institutions, but in community and all other important stakeholders like practical veterinarians, and even the government in terms of making the regulations that will be used by the community as a guide to combat this challenge in antibiotic resistance now and in the futures. Thank you very much for keeping the silence to follow my presentations.
Yeah, thank you, Prof. Max, for the presentation. You can join me back on the stage. Yeah, one important lesson I learned from Prof. Max's presentation is that Pseudomonas could be a threat to more widespread of antimicrobial resistance spread in the future. For the next sessions, we will have question and answer discussions. I will open for 3 questionnaires from the participants for the first term of the discussion. Please raise your hand. Yes. Okay.
Thank you very much. My name is Juliana from Universitas Erlangga. So thank you very much, Prof. Max, for the insightful presentation. So yeah, as we know that Pseudomonas aeruginosa is one of the opportunistic pathogen that we can find in our surrounding environment. So in what you call it, considering the One Health perspective, yeah. So in your opinion, which reservoir that do you believe plays the most critical role in the dissemination of antimicrobial resistance of Pseudomonas aeruginosa, as we know that we can find it in our surrounding environmental? So is it from humans, or from wild animals, or from domestic animal, or from aquatic environment? Thank you very much, Prof.
Okay, proceed to the next. Yes, Ibu yang baju putih.
Thank you so much, Professor Max, for the insightful presentation. I'm Fida from Yamaguchi University, and it just my curiosity is that according to your presentation, all the Pseudomonas resistance isolates comes from cats, dogs, also fish. But do you have any plan to do a genetic, to check the genomic sequencing to see the close relatedness among all those isolates from cat, dogs, macaca, and fish sample? Thank you so much.
Okay, last. Ini, adik, bapak.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Max. I just curious with your finding the AMR of Pseudomonas in macaque. I'm here, Dr. Max. Yeah, and may I know where the macaque habitat is? It's, I mean, not the locations, but is it the border between the human village and the wildlife macaque natural habitat, or inside the jungle? Because I'm so worried, because you know that even the medical doctors now getting frustrated how to treat the TB in human. And I cannot imagine if the AMR already in wildlife inside the jungle, because you know that until now 1/3 of wildlife already antimicrobial resistant inside their body and spread into their habitat also. Okay, so and the second question is, according to your opinion, what can we do to reduce the risk of this AMR in wildlife animals? Thank you.
Okay, please, Prof. Max.
Thank you very much for the response from the audience. The first one from University Erlangga University, Ibu. It is really hard questions. Who is responsibility for these infections? I think it is a big questions, and but there are some research, not our research, that telling us that it could be vice versa, like humans and animals. So the dogs can infect humans, especially a person that very close to it, the owners, or the owners can also make infection to the animals. But from environments, I don't know how to figure out the connection between that. But what we really aware or afraid from the environment is that it can also become a reservoir, which is later on human contact with the water, and then it will get infection with Pseudomonas that already develop like multi-drug antibiotic resistance. Then that will be a problem, because when we go back to the human population, that will make infections among the humans. Yeah. From Ibu Fida is a very interesting question. Yes, we have that plan to make a sequencing for all the isolate that we collect. We had now. We will find some findings funding to do the research. So we really had quite lots of collections of Pseudomonas aeruginosa. If colleagues here very interested to do that, then we can do together. I think, Dr. Ellis, you don't mind to share the isolates with friends. Yeah. Prof. Heri, my seniors from Gajah Mada University. Yeah. This habitat of macaca in the past is really isolated. Although it is not like the presence of fence and etc., but they are very isolated, very close to the harbor, and there is not so many contact with people or with other livestock. But now, as I mentioned before, people perceive that it is very good to build a house very close up to the oceans. So it's a very nice place. And they are not observing the ocean, but they're observing the monkey there. And now the contact is very, very close. Yeah, we really afraid that any disease that contract by the monkeys can be distribute or share to humans, or vice versa. Yeah. Sometimes we found any monkeys dead on the road, but we don't see any traumatic things happen there. When they are lying dead on the roads, we think that maybe cars or motorbike hits them, but they're just over there. There is a possibility to make any research, not only issue of aspect of Pseudomonas, but also any other disease like mycobacteria, tuberculosis in monkey as well. Thank you very much for reminding us about this.
Thank you, Prof. Max. As I have got a notification from the committee as our time is already up, let's give a round of applause to Prof. Max for the very insightful presentation. I know many of you still have questions, things to discuss with Prof. Max. I believe Prof. Max will be very happy and welcome to discuss about this topic further outside of this forum. Thank you very much. Back to the MC.
Thank you for Prof. Max and Dr. Lady Tohaf for moderating the session. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to show you the video message from the Vice President of Yamaguchi University, Professor Yuri Ishii.
Selamat pagi, good morning, ohayo gozaimasu. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to say a few words of congratulations on the opening of the 10th AJIVE International Symposium at Universitas Nusa Cendana. I'm Yoko Takematsu from Yamaguchi University, Vice President responsible for international cooperation. First, I'd like to express my great thanks to all deans of Indonesian veterinary schools and Dean Professor Teguh Budiputjo of UGM, Chairperson of Indonesian Veterinary Schools, for his cooperation to sustain annual AJIVE Symposium between Indonesia and Japan. I also express my special thanks to the Rector Professor Dr. Engineer Jeffrey S. Barrett, Dean of Faculty of Medicine and Veterinary Medicine, Dr. Christina Ori Lada, and the organizing committee Chairman Dr. Heiwan Maria L.F.P. Kalle, and all professors and young members. 10 years ago, in February 2017, Indonesian and Japanese veterinary schools started annual symposium to deepen the relationship and strengthen the cooperation in veterinary education and research. And for this time, Memorial 10th AJIVE Symposium is held at Universitas Nusa Cendana, Kupang. For these 10 years, we have many young Indonesian students supported by special program with priority placement of MEX or the other scholarship at Yamaguchi and the other Japanese veterinarian school. And through this special occasion of direct contact, many young veterinary researchers applied to the veterinary graduate school in Japan. In the last 3 years, Yamaguchi University had a technical cooperation project with Japanese International Cooperation Agency JICA and Universitas Gajah Mada on livestock production and rural development. And in this spring, this project is accepted to be continued in the next 3 years. This is a great pleasure not only for the field of veterinary, but also for Yamaguchi University. And we would like to provide our support as a whole university. Veterinary service in the country is important for our daily life, not only on animal health care, food, water, and environmental safeties are under the concern of veterinarians. Mutual understandings and cooperation between two countries contribute to solve the community problems and bring about peace and development. If possible, I'd like to visit Kupang and attend the AJIVE Symposium at Universitas Nusa Cendana. Unfortunately, I cannot go there and meet you directly for this time. I hope the symposium will be a success and lead to fruitful exchange between attendants. Great happiness to all. Thank you very much for your attention. Terima kasih.
Delegates go to their assignment room and you will be helped by the committee. Thank you and enjoy the lunch.
And for your information, there are a showcase outside of this hall, which is featuring local weaving and scientific works from the students in Universitas Nusa Cendana. Thank you.